It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? Mwah. Welcome back to Portrait Family Wisdom at ppptime.com. Or if you're watching this from Facebook, it is Patio Prayer and Praise Time. And we're just sitting out on the patio today, just enjoying our cup of Joe. And first of all, my name is Rose, and you are who?
Daryl.
And we're the Woodruffs, and we were just sharing about how all of our life we've kind of been into health, and how we mainly did everything the same. We've taken the same vitamins. We kind of worked out the same. Yes, we took Dr. Cherry's vitamins, and that's when I first realized that I wasn't getting any iron, because men don't take iron unless the doctor recommends them to. So by us sharing vitamins, one reason why we were sharing is because they cost so doggone much. Because at that time we was taking plant-based, and when you start taking plant-based vitamins, you're going to take more, and they are going to cost more because they're not synthetic and they're not made in a lab. They're trying to give you the natural foods. So if you can find a good plant-based vitamin, that is the way to go. And I'm sure you can hear our fountain. That's the water running, and that's kind of part of my
ambiance.
and it's part of my woosah serenity while I'm sitting on the patio. It's listening to the water. So if it's too loud, I apologize. But this is our time of rest and relaxation on the patio. But they want to capture what we're sharing with each other about our health goals. And if you want to go back and look at January, some of January, I think it was January, end of January YouTube, we set our health goals for 2021. And I guess we need to go back and visit them, but I don't think, I know for me, I didn't have a weight loss goal. My goal was to change some habits and just focus a little bit more on health as I navigate through menopause, post-menopause, which is very interesting.
Yeah. With that, we was just talking about how when God, in the book of Genesis, when God made woman from the man's rib, he gave him, now he has two hearts, two souls, two bodies. God told us as men to dwell with our wife according to knowledge. And so you have to be informed, not only to your point, what my body needs, but what your body needs. So with us taking both the same vitamin wouldn't necessarily minister to her body, the nutrients that was necessary. So as we begin to understand and as we begin to get older, it becomes more relevant to understand and the knowledge of what makes her body tick is what's making my body tick. And we so used to doing everything together.
Tick or work at ultimate efficiency. Either one.
Yeah. So.
Brand, it's really funny. I kind of thought about, like, during counseling, we would counsel couples. We would always make that distinction, and even with Duke, our son, because we have the three daughters, and we would always let him know, look, there's probably going to be a week or two that you probably won't be able to get along with your sister, because she's going to be experiencing some different things in her body that's almost uncontrollable. You know, and as the youngest son, I really used to always feel sorry for him, but he had three older sisters, so I don't know if he ever got a good week.
Right.
Out of the month.
Yeah, we used to have a lot of time in counseling, we would say, look, you got the pre, you got the week of, and the post. So you got one good week
to make it work.
That you got to, maximize it. You can't have no carryover, from post, you know what I'm saying, that's destroying your week,
And we used to always say, too, that it's a good idea to know when that week is. You need to know when that good week is. But too, and I used to tell my son, like, for example, if something bothered me, for like example, him putting his dishes on the wrong side of the sink, he could probably do that for 3 weeks, for maybe a week or two out of the month. I'll just move the dish to the other side of the sink, and I'll just say, Duke, don't forget to put your dish on the left side of the sink. Well, now I may walk in one day and say, look, well, I'm gonna knock you out if you don't put this dish on the on this left side of the sink. It's a whole different meaning.
On the cake now.
It's kind of like, yeah. So you do need to dwell with your wife or your person according to knowledge, and I think another thing too, and we probably won't really go into it today, but even women need to dwell with their guys, because it's getting more and more relevant now that we know that men go through menopause. And I didn't understand it as much, because like I said, I managed a general nutrition store, and being there, seeing all the guys come in, week after week after week after week, and they're dealing with this fatigue, this fog, libido issues, and they're really trying to find themselves because they're losing their testosterone, and as they gain weight, they're having more estrogen, and they have more female type tendencies. It's amazing that men don't realize that when they get older, they turn more into females. You get more into that busybody. How the Bible tells the women not to be busybodies. In other words, just cackling hens, talking about rambling on, and men get as they get in their 40s, they get that too. And one thing too, and I think you even noticed it, is that they even get more wimpy. Things that didn't make them cry in their 30s, 20s, and 30s, now in their 40s, they get more sentimental. And I think that's why a lot of times, you got that bachelor who's been so macho, and he just going from woman to woman from his 20s and 30s, and then all of a sudden he's like, can we say, settle down?
Well, thinking about that, sometimes as men get older, to her point, to Rose's point is, when you was a gigolo, it was all about your body, so to speak. Yeah. You're just trying to be pleased. If she tripping, she going through her hormonal situation, you don't have those problems. You go to the next one, right? In the world, that's what they do, rotate. Anyway, as you get older, if you in that rotation or you leave your relationship, it's not going to be because of sex.
Right.
It's going to be because of the emotional decision that you made. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a hard thing now. It's like,
yeah, because before, it's really fun because before, how men are and women, and we even kind of experienced this too. Remember when we were in our 20s and our 30s, and you get into an argument, right?
Yeah.
And I'm mad the whole day, the whole night. I can be mad a week, and still, the very day of the argument, you can walk away and say, and you be trying to push up on me, right? Because you're trying to get that bed action, right?
Yeah.
But now, when you get to your 40s or 50s, when there's an argument, now the guy's like, he don't even want to, the woman might be like leaning in, and the guy's pushing away. Because now his emotions all out of whack.
His emotions all out of whack. So, in a nutshell, what you're finding is that, put the leg up. In a nutshell, what you're finding is that there's hormones issues with both, or not issues, but they have to be maintained. And so when Rose was working at GNC, she began to learn what's important. Man, I didn't know this would go this route, but since we're going there, that's what it is. Yeah. Not only should you regulate what's going in your mouth, but you have to supplement sometimes to allow your system to go back and produce. The Bible says satisfy your mouth with good things so that your youth is renewed. Like the eagle. So you want your testosterone levels to come back up. You want, to, as a man, right? Everything to come back up and do like it's supposed to do. You have to eat a certain way. It don't produce estrogen. Right. Sometimes people are acquainted with age versus looking at the sad diet that we eat. Right. And then in order to restore those systems and cause your body to go back to doing what it needs to do, you might have to supplement. Some of the supplements I take.
Yeah,
we're not doctors.
I think we'll take that. We'll talk about that a little later. This is just like a little mini synopsis of what we're going to be doing on Wellness Wednesday. Because I think the main thing we want to underscore is that know that your body's going through a change. And because men and women are going through changes now in their 30s, because as working at the nutrition store, I have guys that come in their 30s, their testosterone is so low that their doctors are trying to give it to them, and they looking for it.
Right. It's a business. That's big business.
It's big business, but it's because of the food. It's because of all the pesticides and the plastics and different. We'll go into that. The reason why men's testosterone is low, and the reason why women's are going through so many hormonal changes early, and they're going through perimenopause and menopause early. But the main thing is what we're going to leave you with today is that know that that's what's going on, and that when you're acting out or when your tempers are rising, know that you're probably having some changes hormonally, and don't ruin your relationship. You know, I always say, you know, to know this is what's going on, so you won't ruin your relationship, because at some point it's going to be over.
Right. And not only that, to bounce off of what she's saying, from a man perspective, you gotta know. Right. Because that changed the whole perspective. It's like, you know, your baby not feeling well and it's whining and it's crying and going on. You don't spank it, but you understand that it has a fever, it has a tooth, whatever's going on with the child. Right. So it is in your relationship. When you know what's going on in that part of your body, that's your body as well. Then you know how to minister and be there for that person.
Right.
Instead of taking everything personal.
Right. You just got to be in the know.
Yeah, you got to be in the know. Dwelling with them according to knowledge. Because you're heirs together of the grace of God. God never intended for you to be the heirs by yourself.
Right. So this is what we're going to be dealing with on Wellness Wednesdays. So we hope that you join us for Wellness Wednesday. And remember to like and subscribe and visit our website at ppptime.com. And remember that you are happy, healthy, wealthy, fit, and forgiving.